Hi everyone, welcome back to Gracie Mae's Tarot. So you can tell we have a very different background today. I'm filming outside. This is the first time I've ever attempted to do this, so bear with me. Let me know in the comments how you feel about this. But we have 3 groups to choose from today. You can choose your group either based upon the thera-pets message that you are most drawn to, or you can choose your group based upon the image that you are most drawn to in the thumbnail. So for pile 1, it says, it's okay to be uncomfortable. It's okay to be scared. You will succeed in spite of these feelings. So this is pile 1. For pile 2, we have stay soft. The world may be cold, but we don't have to be. And then for pile 3, we have let's just deal with today. You can deal with tomorrow. So the timestamps are listed below in the description box, just like always. I would also like to say I think it's absolutely adorable that these cards all are in shades of blue. That wasn't intentional, I shuffled these cards. So I just think that's very cute with like your throat chakra and this being an inner voice reading. Oh, I don't even know if I introduced the topic. So this video's topic is going to be connecting you with your inner voice. So I actually wanted to film this reading because you know how they tell you in tarot readings, like go within, the answers are already within you. And it's kind of hard to do that, especially if you have like no idea and you're new to spirituality. Like yes, like you can meditate or like free write, do stuff like that, but it's kind of hard to practice that. So I kind of just wanted this to be like a roadmap to help you guys out and be very straightforward in helping you kind of delve into, you know, your deep inner voice. Like what is your inner voice trying to tell you? What messages are already within you that you've been missing? So these are the 3 groups. All right, let's get into it. Hi pile 1, if you chose it's okay to be uncomfortable, it's okay to be scared, you will succeed in spite of these feelings, you are in the right place. So bear with me, I've never filmed a video like this before outside. So I did pre-pull your cards to make this a little bit easier. You have the Queen of Swords here. You also have the King of Swords, which is really interesting. You have the 8 of Cups. You have the Ace of Swords, so a lot of air energy, a lot of mental energy already. Not surprising in an inner voice reading, but it's still really cool to see. We have the 10 of Wands here. And we also have the Lover. So that's it for your tarot. So right away, wow. There's several messages coming through with your inner voice. Your inner voice has a lot that they want to say to you, which makes me think that maybe you've been quite disconnected from your inner voice. And when we talk about your inner voice, we're talking about sort of the deeper, even subconscious level here. We're not talking about the thoughts that you have throughout the day. We're kind of talking about what's deeper beyond that chatter. What is beyond kind of like that intuition, that gut level. That's how deep we're trying to get with this. We're trying to get beyond those automatic thoughts that you have on autopilot that you don't even really take much notice of. I think given your tarot spread, you have a very active mental mind, and that is why it's kind of hard for you to really key into your inner voice, because there's so much mental chatter, there are so many thoughts, your mind is always kind of racing, and it's actually when you get quiet and even when you meditate that you would be able to connect to that deeper inner voice, that deeper inner knowing. So there's a real call for you to do that, even just with the fact that you chose this bunny here with the half moon. Yeah, like connect to the subconscious, right? So yeah, meditation I think would be really helpful for you, even free writing or journaling. But anyway, let's get on with it. With the 10 of Wands, I do feel like you've been taking on a lot. I think you've been very busy, probably been quite a hectic schedule. You have a lot of responsibilities, so it's no wonder you don't have time to take out, you know, to listen to that inner voice. I do feel like with the King of Swords here and the Queen of Swords, I don't know why I'm really drawn to this Queen of Swords. The way she has the the head wrapped in a chain around here. It's like you've been chained to your own thoughts here. You see the unicorn down here. You know, it's like you've tried to get such a tight handle on your thoughts. You know, you've tried to be, I think, really positive or really practical, and it's kind of robbing you, I think, of your creativity and your imagination to an extent, because you've been like overly disciplined with your mind and overly critical maybe when you have those intrusive thoughts or negative thoughts that you don't want to have. So just try to let that flow, I think, would be really helpful. But also here with the Lovers and the King of Swords and the Ace of Swords, I think for some of you, like if you're in a pairing that makes you unhappy, if you have connections in your life that make you feel like this Eight of Cups, like you just are receiving breadcrumbs, you're not receiving what you need to receive in order to be happy, you know, I think that you're going to be getting some clarity soon about what needs to change in these connections, and if you need to leave. This could be talking about one connection or multiple connections in your life. But I do feel like you're sick and tired of making all the effort and not having other people reciprocate this effort. And so I think for many of you, when you get this key, right? When you get that Ace of Swords, and maybe you guys can see the key above the Eight of Cups here, but when you get the key, when you get that mental clarity about what needs to change, what boundaries need to be set, what you need to walk away from, I think the Lovers can talk about making a choice, making a decision. You're choosing to walk away from something with the Eight of Cups here. So you could be a person, could be multiple people, could be multiple circumstances in your life, but I do think that this will call in your soul family, those soul connections that you're wanting, even a soulmate. For some of you, we'll see as we get into the oracle, but right away, and that's what we're getting so far, is that you're overburdened, you're being too controlled, so you kind of need to let things flow a little bit. Let your mind wander, let your mind go blank for a while, you know, try to go quiet, and you'll start to get that aha epiphany moment from your inner voice, you know. Everyone's circumstances are going to be different. This is a general reading. We're trying to get as close as we possibly can, mind you, as close as we possibly can. And there may be even some thoughts or feelings that you've been trying to push away because they're hard to hear. And, you know, your inner voice is saying, like, get comfortable with the discomfort because, you know, some of these emotions are a little bit raw, you know? Okay. Let's get more into the oracle now. We have childhood home, tap into your inner child, childhood memories, play, and youthful energy. So this would be very helpful, especially since you've been in this Ten of Wands. That's really interesting. Your inner voice wants you to tap into your inner child. So what did you enjoy doing when you were a kid? How can you incorporate more play and more joy into your life? Again, just letting things flow, having fun. Don't be so Queen of Wandsy. I'm not Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords. That's what you need to be, is the Queen of Wands. You know, don't be overly critical of yourself. You know, you deserve an equal match. That's what you deserve. And that is in terms of your love life, in terms of your career. Like, you deserve to have your efforts reciprocated. So yeah, find some time for play. I think that would be a good first step. With this Lotus room, take up space, growth, expansion, and awakening. Yeah, you are up leveling. You are going through a lot. And listen, when you walk away from the Eight of Cups, what do you get? The Ten of Cups. You're on your way to joy and happiness and fulfillment. And, you know, you're going through some growing pains. So isn't that funny? As you're growing, you're being asked to return to your inner child. It's kind of funny in that way. I think sometimes when we grow up, we unlearn a lot of what we have been taught. We have the second bloom, a second chance, it's never too late, new possibilities. So what in your life has been making you feel like it's too late? You know, where are you wanting a second chance in your life? Because that choice, that ability to choose your own outcome in your life, putting yourself in the driver's seat, having a choice in things, that is returning. And it's returning in this opportunity, this key to walk away from something that you haven't been happy with. So you are getting that second chance. You know, it's time to bloom. It's time to transform. Through the Lotus, What does the lotus grow through? The mud, okay? We have the rose garden, innocence, forgiveness, and be gentle with yourself. So with this rose garden, this is actually making me think of a poem that's in an interlude on Lana Del Rey's Honeymoon album. I'm actually going to put that in the description box for you. That is coming through my head right now. I think that'll be very significant for you. But anyway, this be gentle with yourself and innocence and forgiveness is working really well with that inner child message, right? Some of you guys may benefit from reparenting yourself, you know, taking care of yourself the way that you would take care of a child, or maybe even the way that you weren't taken care of as a kid if you had a difficult childhood. But yeah, I think this could be quite healing for you. I think a lot of this is being willing to receive what you deserve, because you should not be kept in this position. And if you're around people who consistently put you in this position, that's a sign that something needs to change. And again, that could be talking about multiple areas of your life, or even just one key significant connection that needs to change. We've got the bee and the pomegranate, productivity. Yeah, you've been a busy bee. This is also making me think of Hades and Persephone. So if you're resonating more with the romantic message in this reading, this could be talking about how because when I think of Hades and Persephone and all the different ways sorry, there's like a motorcycle or something, all the different ways that love story has been told, you know, through different versions and different perspectives, I think that's really telling you that in love, you know, we all have our own side to the story, and you know, it's kind of encouraging you, like, how do you want to view those past connections? Like, do you want to have bitterness and resentment, or do you want to say, thank you for teaching me what you've taught me, and I'm ready to move on to happiness and fulfillment? And, you know, forgiving and letting go of the past as needed. I think also, though, believe in miracles in your love life. Believe that things can magically transform. Believe that you deserve that. Believe that you deserve the 10 of Cups, because you know, against all odds, Hades and Persephone actually worked out. You know, they ruled the underworld together. So how can you transform this? And I think also with the bee, you know, it takes a hive. You know, as busy as you are, it takes the whole hive. It takes the whole collective. So you deserve to have a soul family. You deserve to have soul level connections that feel fulfilling to you, and where, again, like, you're not taking on the bulk of the responsibility of the connection. Chipmunk and the laurel, success. So this is talking about very much the Six of Wands energy. So you are going to find success. You are going to find the key, the means, and you probably already know what you need to walk away from. You just don't know how. And so I think that answer is already within you, and I think it's going to be made clear to you through having more fun, through having more spontaneity, through quieting your mind and just being present and playing and having fun. And I think it's gonna hit you like an aha moment for sure. We have the green fairy and we have winter here. So this reminds me, given the fact that we have both of these cards together, this reminds me of the saying, I think it's in like the deepest depths of winter, I found within myself an invincible summer. I'll try to look up the quote and put that in the description box for you as well, because I probably butchered it just now. But yes, it's your own resilience. Like, we know that you're resilient. We know that you're strong with the 10 of Wands. We know that you've taken on a lot all by yourself. But you have the power of renewal. You have the power to grow and expand, just like the lotus, through difficult times. So through all of these challenges that you've met, and these different connections and different life circumstances, you are what is growing as a result of it, and you are an invincible summer, pile 1. And so I think also getting outside in nature will be helpful for you. I think also the winter season is going to be very significant, especially if you're resonating with romance. I think this could be a significant season in your love life. Okay. So now we have our little garden messages. It says, potential, the littlest key can open up the heaviest door. Okay. The littlest key That's actually kind of funny. With the Eight of Cups, we were talking about a key. It could be a small change, a small thing in your life happens, and everything clicks into place like a puzzle. You hear the bird talking to us, right? And all of a sudden, it's very clear, what do you need to do to get yourself out of this situation? We have dare, take a risk and fly, believe in yourself. And we have serenity, value quiet days with only the rustling leaves breaking the silence. I think getting quiet, getting to a place of serenity and peace, you're gonna unlock that little key a lot faster. All right, pile 1, let's end your reading with a message from your spirit cat. I asked for a message that would best align with your inner voice. It says, Guardian, meet Lavendril. She stands sential, a gentle yet protective force. She can help you guard your mind against negativity, defeatism, and delusion. She is a shield that only allows the words and actions of people with compassionate intentions to reach the depths of your being. She keeps your true self safe as you journey into the depths, seeking understanding and healing. She is a master space holder. Lavendril will hold your hand in your paw as you cry, as you dance wildly, as you merge with the all, as you dissolve and evolve. That is so powerful and works so well, honestly, with the entire context of your reading. This idea of, you know, getting deeper into your subconscious here, right? Knowing that you are protected by spirit, knowing that you have the ability to journey into your depths, to understand yourself, to heal yourself, right? To grow and expand and gain more knowledge about even yourself, you know, and cry and dance wildly, merge with the all, dissolve and evolve, connecting with that inner child, right? Beautiful. You are very much spiritually protected here. You know, it's time to get out of that energy. All right, pile 1, this was your reading. I hope it resonated, and I will see you guys in my next one. I won't do my whole spiel because I am afraid my phone may overheat in the sunlight, so I'm gonna say goodbye, pile 1. Hi, pile 2, welcome to your reading today. So this is my first time filming outside, so bear with me. So if you chose the Stay Soft card, the world may be cold, but we don't have to be. You are in the right place. Let's find out what your inner voice wants you to know. So I pre-pulled all the cards to make this a little bit easier. One of these cards I'm not going to show you because it's a little bit graphic. So you guys got the Three of Swords here. You got the Lovers. You have the Ace of Cups. I'm just not going to show you the card. We have the Three of Wands. We have Temperance. And we have Strength here. Okay. So, man oh man. Your inner voice is one that is quite passionate. Just the fact that I was drawn to the Tarot del Fuego group for your group, your inner voice has a lot of heart. It has a lot of fire. You could be a fire sign, or again, just your inner voice is very strong, but in a way where it's very passionate. You know, like you just have this lust for life is coming out. I don't know what's with all these Lana Del Rey messages, but you have this lust for life. I know she didn't come up with that saying, but it's reminding me of that album. But anyway, so yes, with the Lovers card here and the Three of Swords and the Three of Wands, you got these repeating messages of threes here, and it really feels like it's telling you, like, as much as you have been through in your life with Strength and Temperance here, you have handled those situations with grace. You have overcome so much, and your inner voice really wants you to stop and acknowledge that. You know, it's almost like you quiet your inner voice when your inner voice starts trying to hype you up and remind you of how incredibly resilient and strong and how beautiful your heart is. And don't do that. Like, let those messages come through, because you have handled so much with grace. You have overcome so much. I mean, you see her like walking across the jaws of this monster as there's fire and everything is, you know, she's in these choppy waves. Everything is uncertain. And yet she continues onward. And with the rainbow on the Temperance card, it always makes me think of the Ten of Cups as well. Like, you have such a belief that you deserve, at your core, this happy home life, this safe home is coming through, you know, this true partnership. And because of that, you don't care. Like, you just keep going forward. You just keep moving and in searching of it. And some of you may physically be traveling, but I think also it's just mentally you're seeking, you're searching for this home. And I think for you, home is honestly, partially for you, home is very much tied to someone else. Like, you want a home, but it's more than the physical structure. Like, you want a partner to share that home with. You want to build a life with someone. You know, you want to make memories. You want to be happy. You know, this is a very like cozy vibe. Like, you know, like your pets are important to you. Everything about the home life is very important to you. And you've been through your share of heartbreak, and it's time for you to be blessed with be blessed. I don't want to say, it's like your inner voice knows that you are due for a very big blessing, but it's almost like your inner voice is being quieted, you know, by your practical mind, kind of overriding it and saying, like, let's not get our hopes up, you know, and trying to protect yourself. But your inner voice is saying, no, stay soft. Keep believing in miracles. Keep believing in your dreams. Keep believing in this home that you so much deserve. Keep believing in soulmates. Keep believing in all of that, because you deserve to believe in it. And don't let your heart grow cold. Never let your heart grow cold. It's like your inner voice is wrapping up your heart and saying, nope, like, we're gonna stay vulnerable. We're gonna stay raw. It reminds me of that Selena Gomez song, Vulnerable. Go listen to that song. Yes, like, I feel like you are about to meet your divine counterpart. If you feel like you already met your divine counterpart and you're in union with them, this could be talking about a fresh start in that connection if it's been a difficult one. Otherwise, you know, some of you may just be looking for that stability, that home that you've been wanting. But I do think that you are in store for a major blessing here. It feels like you're owed that. You know, you've handled every challenge with grace, and Spirit is saying, you know, good job. Like, you know, it's a lot, I feel like, to hope for, and I think that's what makes you nervous. But stay soft. Like, you're not wrong to keep hoping. Keep dreaming, you little dreamer. So we have energy fields. Get back what you put into the universe. Manifestation, attraction, and momentum. The energy is gaining momentum. Like, your manifestation is coming forward. Like, you are actively attracting what you have been seeking. We have afterlife. Where are we going now? Transition, transformation, and rebirth. Yeah, it's like, you know, it's like the phoenix rising from the ashes. Like, everything that happened was for your highest good, and you understood that, and you had your faith, and you never blamed the universe for your circumstances. You said thank you, and you kept it moving. And it's that spiritual maturity, that emotional maturity, that connection to spirit that is being rewarded here. We have the grandmothers. Remember your roots, perspective, trust the weavings. I think for some of you, you've cleared out quite a lot of even generational karma here. But with grandmother, I do think of home. I do think of home. I do think of coming back home. So I think your inner voice is wanting you to give yourself permission to come back home. Give yourself permission to love yourself with the Ace of Cups, to love someone else with the Ace of Cups. Like, give yourself permission to experience what it means to be at home, what it means to be at peace. Give yourself permission to be ready to receive that. I don't know why there's so many music messages coming up. Mandy Moore had an album that was called like Wild Hope or something like that. Allow yourself to feel crazy wild hope. Give yourself permission to give yourself over to that. We have Whispers of Mother Earth. Creativity, ideas, inspiration, artist, writer, channel. Yes. Give yourself permission to write your own story. Give yourself permission to believe that you can create the life of your dreams. Give yourself permission to believe in your creative projects. Give yourself permission to believe that you can bring forth whatever it is that you're wanting to bring forth. You know, get into that divine feminine energy. I think getting outside in nature will also be helpful. And if you are waiting for a divine counterpart, it could also be helpful to work on a creative project in the meantime. Yeah. All right, let's see what else we have here. We have fire element. We have magnolia, and we have discovery. I do think that through everything that you've been through, the greatest blessing has been this discovery of self, this understanding of renewal, this understanding that you are not a limited resource. Like, you can continually transform and evolve and grow, and in fact you should. And this period of self-discovery, I think, is going to be so beautiful for you, both in terms of your love life, but also in terms of your creative expression. So for my artists, you know, for my creatives in this pile, this is confirmation that you chose the right group. And with spring, I think of love, I think of new beginnings, I think of renewal. And so, yeah, I feel like you're entering into a very romantic chapter of your life, a very romantic period. You know those videos, those trends about romanticizing your life? You're entering into that kind of chapter. Everything feels softer, everything feels more divinely feminine, everything feels like very beautiful, very aesthetic. Yeah, it just feels like you're in this very easy, gentle flow with life. We have the squirrel and the chestnut, preparation. Again, you understand, or at least your inner voice does, that everything you have been through has been in preparation, and Spirit has never given you more than you can handle, which is kind of incredible, right? Because you've been put through the ringer. So aren't you one little tough cookie? I would say so. All right, and we have the deer and the oat, healing. Yeah, be gentle with your heart space here. You've been through a lot. But I don't think I need to tell you that. I think you've already been on that road of healing. And then we have a romance, the finch and the peach. This peach card reminds me of another card in this deck that talks about peachy paradise. Enjoy the view in front of you. I think you're going to be very much in love with your life. Very much in love with your life very soon. Very soon. Just dare to believe that that's true. Dare to believe that romance is entering your life. Believe that you can be in love with your life. Let's get into the secret garden messages now. We have change. As with the falling leaves, embrace change. There are so many changes coming up for you. I think that if you look at your life probably in a year from now, I don't think anything is going to be the same. We have relax, delight in powdered gold sunshine. Soak up the sun, you deserve it. Opportunity here. There's no use looking for luck, it arrives at unexpected times. I do think there's a lot of divine timing at work in your love life, at work in your life in general. So yes, I think there's nothing for you to do but sit back and wait for all of your good karma, honestly, to come in, because I think it's well on its way to you. Your manifestation, your dreams, your wishes, your prayers, they're being answered. It's just daring to hope, daring to believe. Now I asked for a spirit cat message that would best represent your inner voice, so let's see what this says. We have patience. Meet Snug Puff. She transmutes our restless urgency and are we there yet complaints into an appreciation of what is right now. Let go of everything that will come after this moment and have faith that you are exactly where you need to be. Draw a circle around the present moment and relax into it with Snug Puff curled up on your lap. Sometimes we believe that we need to be at our destination right now, but there is so much to be learned and discovered right here where we are. Let's be patient with ourselves, our loved ones, and the world around us. There is time. Didn't I say that? Sit back and wait. Just be patient. You are like in a waiting room, and Spirit is going to usher you out of this waiting room in perfect divine timing. I know you feel like you're in a holding pattern. I know you feel stuck and stagnant, but you are not. Your future is being prepared for you. Your inner voice knows this. Trust and believe it. Dare to hope. Dare to believe in the messages you have received today from your inner voice. Just be patient. That's all there is to it, okay? So pile 2, this was your reading. I'm not gonna do my typical outro because I am worried my phone may overheat, so I'm gonna go ahead and move on to pile 3, but you take care, pile 2, and best of luck to you. All right, last but not least, we have pile 3. If you chose let's just deal with today, you can deal with tomorrow. You are in the right place, so bear with me. This is my first time ever filming outside, so we'll see how this goes. You guys got the Crystal Unicorn Tarot deck. We have the 2 of Cups. We have the Death card. We have the 2 of Swords. We have the Hanged Unicorn or the Hanged Man. We have the Knight of Swords. And we have the 10 of Pentacles. Now this 10 of Pentacles feels like your goal to me. It feels like you want stability, you want security. This is the future that you see in your life. You want a family, you want comfort, you want to have enough. You don't want to struggle any longer, pile 3. But you're confused about how do you get there. And so there's something that you are quite indecisive about, and I think that there's a lot of uncertainty, and you've been quite stuck. And you know, the Hanged Man actually comes right before death here. You know, he's contemplating death. He's seeing his whole life flash before his eyes, and that's why the Hanged Unicorn talks about gaining a new perspective right before death, which is transformation, rebirth, and renewal. So here's the deal. You are going through quite a major transition in your life, and as you're doing that, you are looking back and reflecting a lot on your past. And while that is good, I do think that you are maybe staying there too long, and your inner voice is like this Knight of Swords trying to rush forth and show you the sword that you should hold on to and the sword that you should drop. So which path should you take and which path should you let go? And I think a lot of this is around relationships. You know, is there a connection that you're thinking about leaving that you haven't left yet? Are you confused about which partner you should pursue? Have you been made a love offer that you're not sure whether you should follow up on? Has someone reached out to you that you haven't reached out back to? Are you concerned or confused about what kind of partnership you want? There's something there about your connections, because the 10 of Pentacles isn't just about money and finances. It's about the family. You know, this isn't just money. This is wealth. And what is true wealth? Part of it is connections. You know, it's social connections. And for many of us, you know, that's our love life, our romantic life. You know, many of us want to get married. The fact that the future spouse readings on my channel are so popular, I think is proof of that. So yeah, I think that's what you're quite confused about. And so how do you move forward? What is your inner voice knows? Let's see, let's look into your oracle. We have broken elevator. Your shadows are showing themselves. Shadow self, fears, and negative thoughts. Okay, so remember, this is a general reading, but your inner voice right now is prompting you to consider, what are your fears in love? What are your negative self-limiting beliefs regarding connections about? I have a shadow self reading on this channel. I do recommend maybe checking that out. But with this broken elevator card, you can't move forward, right? Like you're stuck on something. We already got that with the Hanged Man and the 2 of Swords. And so what is then needed? We have crystal waterfalls. Clear your mind and cleanse your soul. Healing, cleansing, and recharging. I think actually taking some moment and being by water could be really restorative for you. Yeah, if you have access to some sort of body of water, I think that your inner voice would actually feel quite comforted just being close to the water. That would provide some clarity. But yes, I think some emotional healing here is needed. We have Dream Meadow. Create the world you want to live in. Visionaries, imagination, and escapism. What do your daydreams look like, pile 3? What do your daydreams look like? What are you hoping for? What are you wishing for? What are you wanting? And for some of you, maybe you got everything that you wanted financially, and then you looked around and you said, wow, I have everything I want in terms of my money, but I have no one to share it with. You know, for some of you, maybe you're resonating with that message. but how do you create this world that you want to live in? And who is in this world with you? What does that person look like? And how can you heal yourself to attract the type of partner that you're wanting? What is stopping you from having that 10 of Pentacles? We have held, sureness of the soil, unseen help, support, and community. I think you're being held by your soul family, or even your soulmate if you haven't met them yet. If you were resonating with that romantic message here, sureness of the soil. Like, trust that what you plant will grow. Trust that success is on its way to you. But you have to continue to nurture that. We have lineage of the rose, moved by the goddess, here for this, soul call and gather. I feel like your inner voice is wanting you to call in either a soulmate connection or multiple soul family members. You don't have to do so much on your own, okay? Like, it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to emotionally open up to someone else and let them hold space for you. You know, you don't have to do all of this healing on your own. We have the quail and the gooseberry, anticipation. I feel like your inner voice, your subconscious, knows something that you don't. I think it's talking about those soul level connections. Either it's multiple soul family members or it's a soulmate connection that is on its way to you, but there's something that your inner voice knows that you don't. We have the trout and lily of the valley, purification. It's like you're being reset. You know, with the death card, you're going through this period of rebirth, and you're kind of, it's like returning to factory settings, like returning to when you were young and no one told you that love hurts, you know, like back, and I don't just mean like romantic love, but, you know, just returning to that sense of belief, you know, that innocence and belief that people are good, people are trustworthy. You know, like, and even in terms of yourself, like if you've hurt other people in the past and you have a lot of regret about that, it's time to let it go. It's time to forgive yourself. We have something wild. I do think there are some unforeseen things happening in your future here. Something wild, like it's time to just be open to the changes, because I think that there are some unexpected things on the horizon. I remember when I was shuffling for your group and the cards were kind of crazy. They were kind of sporadic, and the way that they were coming out very fast and then very slow. Multiple cards would come out at one time. Like, the deck was just behaving very erratically is what I'm trying to say. And so I do think this is hinting at this something wild. Like, if your life has been, you know, stuck, stagnant, not a lot going on, the winds of change with this air element, the winds of change are coming. Something wild, you can't control it, right? So you kind of just have to ride the waves. Be like water, flow like water. You can learn a lot from water. And speaking of which, you guys got so many garden messages compared to the other groups. You got surprises, venture down the rabbit hole. Delve into your own subconscious, yes, but also there are lots of surprises on the horizon for you. We have radiance, keep your head held high and follow the sun. Follow your joy, follow your happiness. What makes you feel good? Don't question it too much. We got present, journey into the garden to escape the two eternities, the past and the future. This is one of my favorite cards in this deck. I'll say it again. The present, journey into the garden to escape the two eternities, the past and the future. The present moment is where you connect to your inner voice. Okay, don't stay too long in the past, and don't live too much in the future. You build your future from this present moment. The present is the future. It's happening now. This is all that you really truly have. We have bloom and attract more than butterflies, okay? Bloom, transformation. I think you're calling in the right sort of people here. We have dream, have a cup of tea in the garden and find yourself in a good book. Your inner voice may be trying to give you messages through books, magazines, any written text that you read. This is also one of my favorite cards in this deck because this sounds like a very good afternoon to me. All right, I think you have a lot on your mind, right? You have a lot going on. I also think it's very cute that, I may say this in the intro, But I think it's very cute that all 3 of these cards for the pile selections were all blue, like your throat chakra, right? Your inner voice. All right, so with the spirit cat message, I asked for a card that would best emulate your inner voice. So let's see what it says. We have passion. Meet Ember. She is the light blazing inside our being. She is our fire, our drive, our fuel. She is our very life force, yearning and stretching in the direction of our love. Notice what makes Ember begin to glow and burn brighter. Perhaps it is talking openly with a friend or cuddling with your love. Or perhaps it is playing your guitar, scaling a mountain, or writing your story. Look for that spark within and honor it. Stoke that fire with intention. Honor your passion with time and dedication. Feed that flame with devotion. Let passion ignite your life with beauty, energy, and purpose. Follow your joy, follow your passion, follow your inner spark. I think that is what is going to help you connect with your inner voice so they can deliver that message to you. And you can find that 2 of Cups, you can find that 10 of Pentacles, and you won't feel so stuck anymore. So pile 3, this was your reading. I won't say my whole outro because I'm worried that maybe my phone is going to overheat. So I hope you have a great day. Please take care, and I will see you guys in my next one.